gosh. Okay, so in the Q&A, I talked about this poem. Some of y'all don't want to hear this poem, so I might have to just do it. The newest poem that I wrote is about celibacy. I know. You're somebody? Go like, oh, I don't want to hear about that. But I use it as an example in the Q&A because it's a poem that I've never done in a church environment, but I do it at open mics all the time, although it is very biblical in its content, actually. So I've never done it in a church environment, and y'all might get to hear it here. I guess I should let y'all vote. Do it. Okay. So yes. Well, I was going to say, I told them in the Q&A, they're in the spoken word scene, a lot of female poets do erotic poetry, which is basically like pornography in a poem. They just go and tell you all the nasty things you've heard in your life. And I said to myself, I'm sick of these poems. What if I could write something different? You know, on the topic, but different. So here was what I came up with. And it's called The Waiting Game. Today I realized I have two things in common with a nun. Devotion to God and not getting some. And I mean not getting any. And I'm not really picky. I like them tall. I like them good. Or not at all. But sex before you marry me, the answer is not at all. So I lose some of them. But I get to keep me, which keeps me free to answer questions like why, in a world of quick contraception, would I decide to just say no to the euphoric big O, keep my panties on and my legs closed? Is it because I don't like dating? Is it because I just like waiting or toying around with a man's feelings, wielding the power between my legs to force some man to commit to me? No. I just want more than a romp. More than a few good sock-to-me's in the sack. More than a bang smash, hit that, tap that. I want more than what your penis can do. I'd like to know more about your ability to stick with something outside the bedroom or the back of a car. I want you to show me your scars. I want to hear how you're going to get to where you're going from where you are. I want to hear how God speaks to you. And I'm not asking anything of you that I wouldn't do, so yeah. I'll keep waiting to exchange vows before bodily fluid until missing periods become more than a grammar mistake. To say, baby, I'm late. Cry joyful kind of tears. Have no question who the daddy is. Report the news with no awkward pause, with no oh my God, except to say, baby, that's me and you in there. That's us. Filled with trust and love, and we'll kiss and hug and maybe raise one more child that won't have to know a single parent home. It's not because I'm a prude. I just might be the kind of woman who prefers building a life with a man over a one-night stand. And I know these days celibacy might as well be leprosy because nobody wants to catch it. No one wants it to happen to them. No one is sure it still exists. It seems kind of outdated. Like, wait until you get married seems overrated. I mean, nobody wants to buy the car without taking a test drive. And if we're going to have a cake, you might as well try a slice. But we all know situations where one-night stimulation turned into weeks of burning sensation, or that you can be a master in bed with no ability to commit and not enough common sense it takes to raise a kid, and then there are all these super religious freaks who think their sexual soapboxes entitle them to the job of pointing fingers and making cases as if they were as good as God. No one's perfect. We've all made mistakes. I've had self-esteem so low, I would have given me away to the first man asking, just to make him stay. And I had to realize the beauty between my legs doesn't determine who I am or what I'm worth. That maybe weight shouldn't be treated like some four-letter curse word. Maybe we put too much weight on sexual prowess and being well endowed, and not enough weight on character or the soul. Not enough focus on healing or getting whole. So, yes, I'll be keeping on these clothes. Keeping these legs closed. And if you want to get to know me, you can save your Trey songs, Nicki Minaj, sexual seduction for ringtones. I don't want to hear your booty call, girl, let me hit that text message flirty. I'm old-fashioned. Take me courting. Ask me out. Tell me what you're about. See, it took me a while, but I finally figured out I'm worth waiting for. I hope you'll discover you are too.